Good morning, traders. Skits, Melanie, James, Robert, Michael, JC, Tamimi, Chad, Francisco, Stephen, Cedric, Ford, Bob Peterson, Road to Win, Super, John F., Flo, Pat, Mr. Rodriguez, Broke Joe, Dupree, Who Loves Lunatic, Dana, and everybody else that's here that hasn't typed in the chat, good morning to you. Good morning, Roth. Haven't seen much moving this morning. I guess it's going to have to be a sit here, drink your coffee, and wait kind of day. But it'll happen, I think. We had a nice launch of the scan last night. Over 1,000 people loaded it within 6 hours. Good morning, Bob Smith, Ruth. Good morning, Back Road Bound. We have about 3 minutes to go before pre-market opens. Hopefully something will pop up in the volume spike column for us. We had a few good trades yesterday. Hopefully we'll get a couple more this morning. Back Road, yes, I put out a scan yesterday. I released that Momentum Watch scan. You'll find it over in TOS Scans down at the bottom. Good morning, Picker. Good morning, David Knight. About a minute and a half to go here. Nothing really popping up on the watch list. Good morning, Dennis. Let's see if we can make a few dollars this morning. We got about a minute to go. Good morning, Sonia. Short list this morning. Good morning, Rick Shelton, Alex, Sonia, it's over in TOS scans on the bottom. Let's see what happens here. Market is open. If you're new here, we're watching for these volume spikes to kick in. This momentum indicator is actually scoring the ones that are moving this morning, a very short list. We're waiting on this volume spike to pop up beside it. This column tells us when the buyers are coming in or the sellers. This scan is watching 30 minutes back for anything that moves. Good morning, Mulkstar, Dusty, David, Jeff. If you're new here, we don't go searching for stocks. We wait for them to come to us. If anything starts moving, they'll pop up right here in this column. Good morning, Jeff. You take a look at the SPY and see what's happening over there. SPY's been trending down for about 10 minutes. Actually, it's been trending down for about an hour. Let me correct that statement. That's a 5-minute chart on my SPY. Good morning, MY, Installer Pro. Morning, Habanero. No action yet. We're still waiting for something to start moving. I thought that was a stock you were calling out. PRSO. Yeah, that one was below my minimum. That's why I didn't have it come up. It is in the all stock scan down here. We're currently monitoring pre-market and all stocks and earnings. Good morning, Alex Tan. It's been a penny stock couple of months, really. Every now and then we'll get one in the $2, $3 range, $5 range. Good morning, Eric. Everybody thinks we only play penny stocks, but in pre-market, usually the cheaper stocks are the only ones that move. Unless somebody puts out good earnings, you might get some $20, $30, $40 a share stocks in the list. The higher priced stocks usually don't trade in pre-market. But we're monitoring the entire market, no specific price range. So if they start moving, they'll show up. Yeah, let's take a look at it. I'd like it to be down there in the $7 range. I know if I wait on it to that $7 range, you got a good chance of going back up to 9 or 10. That's not good, Dana. Always make sure you're clear before you leave the computer. I've actually done it before, but I got lucky. I came back and found it, and I was probably $500 or $600 in profit. And I said, "When did I get into that?" And I clicked it off and took it, and praise the Lord, I didn't get stung. But I've actually done it. I know the feeling. At my age, you get these body twitches. All of a sudden, your arm would jump or your finger will jump. And I had my hand on the mouse one day, and my finger jumped and clicked the mouse and made $700 in like 2 or 3 minutes. Accidentally. Amen. I guess the Lord made a trade then. Man, what a quiet morning. I don't think we've had a morning this quiet in some time. Amen, Flo. Well, are we going to get anything this morning? It's not looking so good. The SPY is not moving. It's just consolidating sideways. Let me look at the daily SPY and see where we are. Ah, Let's take a look at the daily SPY, and I'll tell you what I see. So I'm seeing we're at resistance on the SPY on a daily chart. We may head down here. Could even go back down to that level. This is over probably a week or so, though. These are daily bars. Hopefully we break through that resistance today and everything goes positive. I'm not liking this lower low. Not liking these lower highs. But we are retesting it right now. That's what we look like on a 1 minute chart. It is curving downwards. No activity yet. I guess kick back, enjoy your coffee while we wait. I'm seeing MOT, so let me pull it up. MOTS is moving. Why isn't it on my scan? Are you guys only showing a few in the momentum? Or do I need to reload this thing? Looks like I probably need to reboot ThinkorSwim. Then we had this issue last week. I could have connected to a bad server again. So y'all watch MOTS. I'm going to do a reboot real quick. Make sure I'm accurate. I don't need this thing to mess up on me this morning. Your screen will go black for a minute. Still trying to get her back up here. It's giving me trouble. I'll sure be glad when these bugs are gone. Slowly loading. Yeah, now I got a little bit more. It's kind of getting ridiculous when you have to go search for close your ThinkorSwim and re-hook up so that you're working correctly. Now I clicked on MOTS down here. It should have highlighted up here as well, and it didn't. They need to fix these bugs. Let's take a look at daily on the MOTS stock and see what it's doing. So we're headed down actually from a high of 629. Could be some good money in MOTS. There's some good money here between 598 and 650. That's 50 cents between the numbers. If you can catch a bounce on that, you might can pick up 25 cents. See if it'll bounce off of this line here. Not looking real strong. I don't see any volume spikes. Absolutely just very little volume. So that means anybody that gets in is going to move the price. Problem is, can you get out before it ticks down? You got that right, Bob. It's all about volume and price action. Daniel, that's good to know. Can we come to you for support? I'm just kidding. You know that. That one's off the new momentum scan, but it's not moving. Pretty bad morning so far. Hopefully it gets much better than this. You see Mott's made that little tiny candle and it was jumped right on up here. That may be where that 50 cents comes in. Not enough volume to really support it. Good morning, Sandra. TNON trying to make another move. It's been moving yesterday and a little bit the day before. I actually think it's been moving 3 or 4 days. Very little volume. Good morning, Martin. Motch is making a bullish run here, I think. It's trying to. Could be some good profits. There's good money between the numbers. Volume is picking up. ASTR just popped in. Wait for a pullback here before the next run up. If we get a pullback, looks like the volume is dying. But since it's popped up here more, buyers will probably see this thinking it's going up and they may come in. Got a spike arrow on that candle. Bullish signal. It's only moving pennies though, don't get too excited. Might get a pullback. I'd like to see it come down to this level, and it did. Once this candle closes, I'll put a support line down there. It's only a couple pennies. I'm not interested in playing that one. But if it's going to have a pullback, that's where it would be, right there for a couple of pennies. Looks like that party's over. MOTS can't seem to get it up. Broke through support, hanging out below support. Good morning, Raphael. The list is getting a little bit longer. Of course, it's only been open for 30 minutes, so these are the stocks that are moving in the last 30 minutes. AFRM, excuse me. Very, very low volume. TAST making a move here. I probably should say had a buyer because the volume's not moving. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, Picker. If you're new here, about 6:30, I'll do a walkthrough. Oh, it is 6:30. All right, that's it. I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkorSwim coder, and I write my own scripts. This volume spike indicator measures positive and negative volume. So as the volume increases and the price moves up, you'll get a bullish signal. As the volume increases and moves down, you'll get a bearish signal. We're monitoring our pre-market scan with these two indicators. This indicator is watching for stocks that have moved over the last 30 minutes. It gives them a score. Depending on how strong they are moving, if they're weak, they'll get a low number. As they get stronger, they'll get a higher number. So we wait for them to fire up on the bullish signal. We click on them, and over here I created the pullback strategy. This is the 5 EMA and the 13 EMA. We watch for this crossover, and we watch for these arrows to pop in to let us know that these candles are bullish. It's always monitoring this current candle. You can see this candle is now bullish. That lets us know buyers are coming in or going out. Now it's bearish. We always monitor volume to make sure we have enough volume to get in and get out of the stock safely. I've also wrote a script to monitor the overall volume of this stock. And right here, we'll know if there's more buyers or more sellers within the overall volume. So to make it simple, we wait for a spike. We come over here and quickly confirm we have a crossover and arrows. Is it bullish or bearish? Do we have more buyers and sellers? And is the volume really ticking away? At that point, if all of that is true, we make our decision to get in. As the stock is moving, I set these support and resistance levels to let you know where your entries are. This morning, we're not being so lucky. We don't have very many stocks to choose from. Nothing's really fired up and held its gains. Never trade off of my screen on the YouTube live stream. Sometimes it's delayed, and delayed could cost you money. Make sure you set all of this up on your computer if you're going to trade with it. Visit our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. Watch the videos. The link is in the description. Watch the old videos and the new videos. They all contain valuable information. You'll pick up a little bit from each one of them. In the link to every YouTube video, in the description to every YouTube video, is a link to our Discord. That's where everybody hangs out. There's probably about 1,800 investors over there. Some of them are trading, some of them are learning, some of them are sitting on their hands. If you want to load these scripts, join our Discord, accept the disclaimer so the channels will pop in, and head over to the how-to videos if you don't know how to install scripts, labels, and scans. Watch video number 8. It'll walk you right through getting set up. These files are currently located in Current Setup. It's steps 1 through 4, and you'll get all of these in these two columns. Over in TOS Scans, we have all of our scans, which would be the pre-market scan, all stock scan, earnings, and many more scans. So pick your favorites. The most current ones we use are pre-market, all stocks, earnings, and currently I released the momentum scan last night. We'll be watching it as well. This is what you can see happens right here. This is a cheaper stock, not much money in it. But we knew immediately when it fired up over here that it was going to start moving. We don't search for stocks, they come to us. And they'll pop up on this screen if they start moving. Visit our channels in Discord. We have the trading floor with Gregster and River Place Bob doing their due diligence on stock picks. Pay them a visit. Watch the stocks they post. Most of them go up. I even hang out there with them for a little bit when I can. Over in our options traders channel, you have It's Me Bob. He's one of the good guys with options. This guy really knows what he's doing. You may want to pay attention to him. He helps with options trading, and when he gets enough participants, he holds a live stream and goes a little bit more in depth on options. So if you haven't joined us yet, we are a community of traders and we're all helping each other. Come join in on the fun. Everything is free. We'd love to have you on board. Let me get that link to Discord for you. It's posted in the chat. If you haven't joined it yet, we'd love to have you with us. Join our live streams every morning from 6 a.m. to 9:30, and that's every morning that we're not having issues with YouTube or ThinkorSwim. We've had a few lately with this migration over to Schwab. And I don't know what's up with YouTube. I guess they're experiencing a few bugs along the way as well. Nothing we can do about that part. Just keep on pushing through it. Keep everything in order. Enjoy your coffee as we wait on some stocks to pop up. Good morning, James. Good morning, Alfredo. Good morning, Hung. Daniel, I don't understand your question. Lowest, higher, you talking about this indicator or this one? The momentum or the volume spike? Good morning, Lesmon. ASTR did find some buyers, it looks like. I don't play these cheaper stocks, so you penny stock players, I hope you're making a little bit of money on it. Good morning, Harleys. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. It helps YouTube pay me for my next cup of coffee. Your participation is very important to me. Since I'm doing all this for free, I got to cover my costs too, so please hit that like button for me. I want to thank our Patreon subscribers for supporting the channel. It's a voluntary action. You'll find it over on Discord. If you feel this information is worth it, we would appreciate your support. It's listed as voluntary contributions. It's not mandatory. ASTR moving. Good morning, Flo. Glad you could join us. We have two Flows now. I guess I'm going to have to call one of you number 2. ASTR still moving. Robert, oversold or overbought? It's a nice run here on ASTR. Never know where these cheaper stocks are going to go. We've seen them go $3 or $4 before they actually stopped. Sometimes they make me regret that I don't buy them, but there's just not enough money there unless I get lucky and one of them goes up this high. I don't usually tie up a lot of cash in them. You got to buy so many shares to make a decent profit. You tie up a lot of cash for maybe only a nickel or dime. Base dust, you have to have TIF loaded so you can change it over to extended hours. You have to click the gear icon up there by your buy and sell buttons and select TIF and move it over to the right. Once you move it over to the right, it'll give you the options to change it from day or EXT, which is extended hours. Are you paper trading? If you're paper trading, you can't buy pre-market, I don't think. Of course, I haven't been on paper trading for 30 years, so I'm just guessing at an answer for you. Good job, Skits. Based us, you have to change your buttons to buy the ask and sell the bid. Or you can click in the price ladder and buy wherever you want and click in the price ladder to sell. There's several steps you have to make. If you're going to day trade, you need to also have auto send selected. And it's going to be in the same column where you found TIF. Other than that, it's going to be a support question. You'll have to move that over to Discord. We don't do support here. We try not to anyway. This is a trading session to teach everyone how the indicators work. It does not matter. Nice activity on ASTR. It is number one up here. It's moved all the way up. We did get a pullback, but how high is it going to go? I mean, it might be at its top already. Do see some large candle wicks on the top of profit takers. These are sellers driving the price back down. We want to see wicks on the bottom, not on the top. This is a sign of sellers. You gotta love these indicators. They tell you what's happening really quick. JAN moving up. It's a cheaper penny stock. Friend, click on the Momo. If you have the Momo indicator loaded, click on it until they come to the top. Good deal, face dust. You also loaded auto send. Make sure you got to check in it and be careful if you've never used it before, because one click of the mouse will put you in a stock. One click of the sell button will take you out. There's no confirmations there. Another penny stock trying to move here. JAN. Good morning, Double Dare. Good morning, Jimmy. James, everything is automatic as long as you're set up like I'm set up. Make sure you're sorted by Momo. You have to click the name until they come to the top. The scans auto refresh. Good morning, Melanie. Double Dare, there's one scan that works in pre-market. You'll find it over in TOS scans. It's called pre-market risers. JAN still trying to move up here. Friend, over in Discord, there's a channel called Voluntary Contributions. That's where you can support the channel. It's a Patreon link. And thank you for asking that question. And thank you for your support. Base Dust, it starts at 6 a.m. Central Time. So that's going to be 7 a.m. your time if you're East Coast. I believe Bob answered your question earlier. ASTR setting up, it may return back to this level. I think it's pretty much topped out. This is the bottom support line down here. I'm going to say it's going to bounce between the lines if it does anything. James, I agree. If you guys don't mind taking the caps lock button off, it does interfere with my vision. I do have bad vision. Don't know if you're aware, but I'm blind in one eye. So the softer it is on my eyes, the easier it is for me to read. Base Dust, you keep asking the same question over and over and over. I'm beginning to believe you're a spammer. You got to control it. Your question's been answered numerous times. Don't be the first one I need to boot. Double Dare got to be sorted by volume descending. Eric, I had to reboot this morning. I couldn't get but 2 or 3 stocks. Everybody else had 10. I had to close ThinkorSwim and start over. Imputed, there's a picture I put in TOS scans of my settings. If you've compared yours to my settings and you've sorted by momentum up here by clicking the name, then you should have the same thing. Depending on your price range, mine is set from 25 cents and no maximum. And you don't have to match my scan. Set the price range you like to trade. You will not have the same stocks I have if you set your price range, and it's not necessary that you do have the same stocks I have. Mine's wide open because I trade higher price stocks as well, so I don't set a maximum. Thank you guys for removing that caps lock button. It's much easier for me to read now. You're welcome, Robert. Good morning, AT. Good morning, Steve66. Good morning, Ryan. WM. JAN giving a little bit more payout here. I'm looking down at chat and it's rising. My apology. Keep an eye on it when I'm talking. I've got so much to do on my end. Sometimes I lose focus. Face us, I'm sorry, bud, but I got to let you go. Hate to do that to somebody, but there comes a time. Good morning, Boone. Good morning, Island Man. So if I disappear, it's not me. I can't control the YouTube side of it. I'm running nice and strong over here, but we are facing issues. ASTR breaking through resistance, it looks like. Maybe getting another run here. Good morning, Jala. Good morning, Greg R. Greg R, these scans refresh, and I run the same ones every pre-market. Skits, I'm connected by a cable directly to my system. I don't rely on Wi-Fi. I'm also on fiber, not the copper core lines. I have an upload speed over a gig. Can you guys hear me? Thank you. It's getting to the point now, I don't know if I've connected or not connected. I get these warning messages. Next thing I know, nobody hears me. JC, if they're going to restrict me from that, I'll move to another platform. Nobody tells me what I'm going to do. Discord, no video. Let me take a look. You are correct. I don't know what's happening. These bugs are getting ridiculous. You should have video on Discord now. Makes you wonder if you should get in a trade or not. Are you going to be hung in it? The minute you get in, you get disconnected. How can they even deal with that? I mean, the platform should be much more secure. Makes me afraid to get in a trade. Just be careful, guys. If you're experiencing problems, don't get into a trade. Let things calm down. You could lose a lot of money that way, and you're not going to get it back. Not much moving at the moment. We went through that 7 o'clock hour with bugs. Thank you, Eric. I'm going to refresh my stream. So we're going to go dead for a moment. Okay, we should be back. I'm facing bugs over here. My stream was about 30 to 45 seconds delayed. I don't know how it is now. Back to that warning, don't trade off my live stream. Yeah, I've been looking for one, Alfredo. I can't find one small enough to just shove in the corner somewhere. I'll have to look at gadgets and windows and see if I can find something. I tried to load one yesterday. It had to do an update, but then by the time it loaded, it was so big I couldn't use it. Gregor, I haven't changed over yet either, and I'm almost fearing that day. I have a lot of stuff. I've got it all backed up, but the reloading part's going to take a while. Not like a 2 or 3 hour job for me. It's probably a 2 or 3 day job. I'm running servers as well. So I'm about 5 seconds behind now, from what I can tell. Must have been a single purchase on METC to bring it up to the top of the list. Definitely has no volume now. Yeah, CDIO's been running all week. TNON has been moving for a few days as well. Good morning, Gus. Currently not much moving as we come up on 7:30. Few crawlers, that's about it. We did have a few penny stocks move this morning. Good morning, Solo. Got to be careful with the SPY. It is bumping resistance on a daily chart. It could come crashing down. Currently nothing moving. Enjoy your coffee as we wait. NVOS is a little bit bullish here, not a whole lot of volume. Good morning, SB. SVCE, one big green candle. Not much profit there from $1.72 to $1.76. Good morning, Desi Dog. I leave that scan running all day long and I monitor it all day long. So when something pops up on the new scan, I will definitely be clicking on it. On that new scan, I'm watching for volume spikes. That number needs to rapidly rise. It'll load up if the market's good today. You'll see it load up. May not work so good in pre-market because it's not a pre-market scan, but when the market opens, it should really fire up for you. INBS moving here. ASTR climbing up again. Could see another run up here on ASTR. Sonia, thank you for that contribution earlier. I missed that. I'm scrolling back. Very much appreciated. I guess that must have happened through all the outages we were having or my restarts. Little bump up from ASTR. Eric, we've been having connection issues. I've done best I can with it. I'm showing a 5-second delay on my side. JAGX on the move, a slight pullback before the next crowd of buyers come in. Unless it's a pump and dump, then we won't see any more buyers. It's a very cheap stock. I won't be purchasing it. Good morning, Avi. Good morning, Johnny. Looks like more buyers have found JAGX. Good morning, Randy. Good morning, Mark. Coming up just a little bit. It's only trading pennies, probably a half a penny at a time. Not really worth buying unless you're buying lots of shares. I'm not a penny stock player, so good luck with that. Good morning, Marilyn. Mark, Randy G. Pretty quiet morning so far. We've only had a couple of penny stocks move. Good morning, Hamrick and Peter. Francisco, that's a good question. Some people call them from like $3 down. Some people call them $2 down. Me, I think anything under $2 is probably too cheap for me, but that don't classify them as a penny stock. So everybody has their own opinion of what's a penny stock. That battle's been going on for years. So I don't know if there's a definite price range. I just know when they're too cheap and there's not enough profit there, I consider them a penny stock. I don't see any reason for the stock market to be closed tomorrow. Getting pretty quiet in the market coming up on that 8 o'clock hour. We know it's going to go silent. It always does every morning. Might see a few stocks sell off around 8:10, 8:05, 8:15. Hopefully we see some get pumped up before market open. Haven't made any trades this morning. Nothing really perked my interest to click the mouse button. ASTR bouncing around. I don't have a holiday schedule. As you know, I've been through some surgeries. I may not get a chance to actually take that trip this year. So I try to keep these things silent, but I'm going to go ahead and update you on my health condition. I'm not doing so good at the moment. I feel fine, don't get me wrong, but the doctors say I have an aneurysm on the aorta that they're watching closely. It has grown to 3.5 centimeters, and when it gets to 5 centimeters, they may have to go in and correct the issue. So I'm on very light duty at the moment. Not in any danger as of yet. But I'm under close watch. I'm getting older. Things start giving out. But I'll be fine. And thank you for the prayers. So no vacation for me this year. Got to stay near the doctors. You get older, you wake up in the morning and something new happens. But I feel good. The Lord's got me. I'm not worried about it. I don't dwell on my illnesses. I dwell on being well all the time. Got to keep the positive thoughts going. In my head, it's always, it's going away. I know it's going away. I found that news out Tuesday. Thank you very much. Marilyn, I'm on all kind of stuff. I'm actually tired of the diet already. No fried foods, no pork, no bacon, 1 cup of coffee, no sodas. Eat lots of veggies. Eat lots of fruits. No processed food, no canned foods. You know how it goes. No ice cream. So basically everything you like, you can't eat no more. Thank you very much. Basically, they told me if it tastes good, it's probably bad for me. Not to worry, though. I feel fine. What I'm realizing at my age is that I should have listened to the older people when I was younger because they told me the truth. You're going to run into issues if you do that. They were right. But nobody listens, right? Yeah, the dairy products are not good for me, they're telling me. Mr. Rodriguez, no Mexican food whatsoever. Eggs are high in cholesterol. Amen. Imputed. I'm not really worried about it. I know I'm going to live on. I feel as if I don't have an issue. That's how good I feel. I've been drinking apple cider vinegar for 30 years, I bet you. 3 times a week I have it. And I don't eat sugar. I use honey when I need something sweeter. That's right, Melanie. One day at a time. It's kind of like George Burns, if you remember that actor from way back when. He smoked cigars till he was 100. I believe he was 100 when he died, or 101 maybe. I know he was up there. I think the worst part about that diet is no salt. And you have to use that Mrs. Dash or whatever it's called, or a salt alternative. Yeah, I'm a salt lover myself. I mean, that to me, I brine chicken breast. I brine all kind of stuff. I can't brine it anymore. Keeps it nice and moist when you cook it. Well, I'm a seafood lover, so I can broil fish, I can do scallops, crabs. But they said no shrimp because shrimp is high in salt. I don't know why they wouldn't consider it all high in salt. Down here it's salt water. All the fish come out of it. But they said most of the seafood is good. Love jalapenos. Peppers are good. We could use a stock pick about now. Seems to have gone dead on us since 7:30. If it's your first time here at 8 o'clock, I'm going to take a 10-minute break, get out of this chair, stretch my legs, go tell my wife good morning. About 8:10, I'll return. And we'll set up for market open about 8:25. Habanero. I really love jalapenos stuffed full of crab meat and wrapped in bacon. Bake quite a few of those. And you take those jalapenos with crab and bacon and put them on the smoker for about an hour. And I'm making myself hungry already. Me too, Hamrick. That's another good one. Riot on the move here, or trying to anyway. It's 8 o'clock, guys. I'm going to take a 10-minute break and I'll return shortly. All right, I'm back. Seeing a couple of green bullish signals up here. And they disappear, and not much movement there. So about 8:25 we'll set up for pre-market. Open market, not pre-market. Market getting quiet. It always does at this time of day. Might not see much red. I don't think many people did much buying this morning. The SPY's been slowly trickling up with some pullbacks. Nice green candle on Mara. Looks like Riot's moving here, if I can find my mouse. Good morning, Vaughn. Mara moving up the list in earnings. Maybe getting some more activity coming in. All of these stocks are starting to line up in the 50-minute scan, the new one that came out yesterday. See Mara, Riot. Walter, the earnings scan is monitoring the stocks that had earnings yesterday or may release earnings today. The reason I put yesterday in there is because sometimes they have a continuation. So they'll either be before market opens or during pre-market or after hours earnings releases. You can always check that by clicking these little icons when they're going to come out. Mara making its move. Fun as always. When I put something new out, test it for at least a week. Watch its activity all day long for a couple of days at least till you get used to it, and you'll know which ones are players and which ones are not. They should all be pretty good if they line up in that scan. I see TPST just hit the top of the 50-minute. There's TPST. Just be careful with it. It's a new tool. Like I said, I've had it for 3 weeks. Y'all know I've been holding on to it because I couldn't test it so well. So test it. Get used to it before you use it. Build confidence in it before you click that button. Just like that, those profits disappeared. It may get a bump here. That could have been just some profit takers, and now more people may find it and drive it right back up. That's why you never just click away from them once they sell off. There is a possible play here between 310 and 326. Kind of close to market open. I don't know if I would trust it or not this late in pre-market. TPST trying to make it to that 326 on low volume. There it is. I wouldn't buy anything that's close to market open. Past 8 o'clock, unless it's really running, I won't even attempt it. Best to wait till market opens, let everything crash if it's going to crash. Francisco, you have to change it back today. You may get by with it the first minute or so, but eventually it's going to get you. It's amazing how these pullbacks always work for us. I've yet to have one fail over the last several months. Let's go ahead and change over to our market open setup. So let's take a vote here. Who wants me to do with the normal with the all stocks up here and high flyers down here, or do you want the new scan up here? I put the new scan. You could miss out on a couple of stocks because you know these two really pay off. So the new scan is a lot longer than these two together, so we're only going to have the one scan running then. I'll move high flyers over where the earnings is. All right, where did I put it? Right there. So we have a lot longer list because it's looking back 50 minutes. I'm going to do high flyers over here. I really love this scan. Actually, I love all the scans, and it's getting harder to decide which one I want to stick with. It's not going to perform on the 1 minute. The purpose of that scan is to get it to look back and track the last 50 minutes. Robert, that's why I took it away. You're going to have to make a choice. This morning we're going to watch the new scan. Maybe it'll eliminate some of the market noise at open. Maybe it won't be so volatile. But we'll see. About 2.5 minutes to go before market open. Good luck to everybody. It's probably going to get volatile still in this column. I'm hoping the winners climb to the top, and they should, just like TPST did earlier. Hamrick, I don't know what you're talking about. Level 2, I'm not showing level 2. If you loaded it, it should be set on 5 minute. TPST already at the top of the list. That's good news, right? They're already telling us it's moving. About 30 seconds to go. Good luck to everyone. Be careful. We're testing here. Remember that. If you feel that you need to buy it, that's going to be on you. I have confidence in it, or I wouldn't have put it out there, but I still want you to test it. Still mark the support and resistance lines. Get in when you should. Don't just chase green candles. Thank you for that info, Hamrick, and good luck. So I'm watching for rising numbers in the volume spike. I'm also watching the SPY fall like a rock. Negativity in the market overall. I kind of knew it was going to fall when the daily was at a resistance level. TPST on the move. It's at the top of the list. Not seeing a bunch of numbers rising. These stocks should work their way up to here if they're going to move. Just like TPST did, it moved to the top. Still going. Got a refresh there. Now GVH is up here at the top. Lots of them coming to the top now. You're going to have to take a choice. Which one do you want? That one's moving. 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 It can go on and on. Calming down a bit now. Let's go back to the first one. Probably best to wait till market calms down and let this stock work under normal conditions. Let this scan work. The SPY is really dropping, guys, so be careful here. Everything could fall. Big red candle on the SPY. I believe it did. I'm not seeing any activity in the price ladder or on level 2. TPST still up there at the top. So we got a few more minutes before it calms down, probably 3 or 4. It's almost like everywhere I click, the stock is going up. I guess that's not a bad thing, right? Good job, Robert. This will calm down, I promise you. Probably a pullback here on TPST. Well, I missed that one for a mile. See if we get a bounce back up to 381 from 358. SPY is falling harder. It may pull this stock back down. We'll see if they can overpower it. There we go. We may make it after all. SPY is still falling, and we are almost there. We made it. See if we can get a breakthrough resistance, and we did. I don't know how much I would trust it with the SPY falling like it is. Oh, Thumb, that's because we're scanning 50 minutes back. I wouldn't call it back, though, because it starts the moment you turn the scan on, it starts counting. There's really no look back feature in it. It's actually going to count from when you open it 50 bars forward once they happen. Since I had it running in pre-market, it's probably picked up on those stocks. So that was a good little profit if you were able to get in down here when I marked the support level. It is pulling back. The SPY is also falling. May not get much of a chance to test it. SPY may come back down to 437.20. And it's falling straight down. Market's starting to calm down a little. See you later, Raphael. Glad you could join us this morning. Have a blessed day. I'm seeing BYND here. I think what we're going to have to learn is everything you click on is going up. It may be a good opportunity to just wait on pullbacks for all of these stocks. Of course, that's what I would do normally, is wait on pullbacks. So make sure you click the lower ones, check them as well. You may can get in closer to a bottom by selecting one lower, and luckily maybe it'll start climbing up the list to the top and really kick it, and by that time you're already in. There's Disney, made a nice run. Could be a pullback here on Disney if you're a Disney player. Could be a pullback here on GVH. The SPY is bouncing off of the support level at 437, 437.50, around there somewhere. So how do you pick from everything that's going up? The only thing you can do is play pullbacks, I believe. Excuse me. So I think we now have the scan that has all of the risers. Robert, I've never figured that out. It's like the big tech stocks kind of control the whole market. If the SPY starts dropping, Tesla starts dropping, Microsoft drops, Apple, it's like all of them kind of control the market. When they're moving up, usually things are good. When the bigger stocks are moving down, it seems that everything follows them. I mean, how does anything control the market? How can the Fed control the market? How can one disaster from an oil company bring the whole market down? I've never really understood it that well. Everything didn't have a problem, just that one company, but yet the whole market is affected. Super, you can watch QQQ, SPY, NDX, which is NASDAQ. I don't really watch NASDAQ a lot, but I do. Believe it or not, you used to could just watch Apple. Whatever Apple did, everything followed. Francisco, if you didn't change anything when you loaded the scan and you're sorted by this Momo right here, you click on it until it's in order from highest to lowest, then you should have the same thing, providing you did not change anything. I'm running it just like I uploaded it. TPST still at the top of the list and it's still rising. That's good confirmation the scan is doing its job. Almost everything I click on is going up. There might be some pullbacks in here that you can spot the pullbacks from the bearish signals on the ones that are here at the top. Might be that simple to monitor them. Wait on a bearish signal, then you know it's pulling back. So my price range on that scan should be the same as the uploaded. And let me pull it up just to verify. I'm set at $1 and no maximum. You can set it cheaper if you want it cheaper, but $1 and no maximum. You notice TPST is also over here in high flyers. This is also a good scan. I'm going to keep repeating that because I love it. It works well. High flyers has been a moneymaker for me. Looks like it may be replaced with this one, though. Who knows? Old Thumb, you may not need a watch list. This may be your live watch list. You are welcome. Go for it. See you later, GMAC. Have a blessed day. So these stocks have a high score on Momo, on the Momo indicator. And we're running a Momo scan with the Momo indicator. How can you go wrong with that? I'm using the V4, but the V6, you can use it as well. It's not about the indicator, just the preference, I guess. The V6, more for options. The V4, more for stocks. You notice this stock has been strong since market open. Thank you, David, for that contribution. It's greatly appreciated. Elmore, that RVOL is listed in TOS scripts. Good job, Picker. Picker, which one did you play? We do have multiple choice. So the market's calming down now, so it's going to be much easier to find the runners. We may have another wave or two come through, but we are calming down. So we should really have some strong stocks left over. Good job, Picker. Good job, Fire Medic Dave. Mara's really not kicking it too hard, I don't think. Well, I guess it did make a good run. I'm more focused over here this morning, not even worried about trading, actually. I'm just trying to get it going, get it under my belt, understand what's going on here, and it looks like everything's going on. It's almost hard to miss one going up. There's a failure, but it did go up at the beginning. I wonder why it hasn't dropped down the list. Good job, Higher Ground. Good job, Stephen. Roth, I know the feeling. Never had this many choices, but I'm loving it. It's almost like you can buy the top 3 or 4 and just sit on them. I said almost. Good job, Picker. That's what you need to do. Play them pullbacks. So we already knew the Momo indicator was very powerful. And now we have that Momo actually scanning 50 minutes to keep an eye on stocks. Very nice results. This is all happening while the SPY is crashing. Figure that out. You're welcome, Broke Joe. Thank you, JC. We either have a lot of pullbacks or everything has decided to sell off, but not according to this scan. TPST sold off, but we did get a rise out of that one. I think the whole thing is look for pullbacks through the list. This is crazy. You're welcome, JC. You're welcome, Old Thumb. So I think 5 minutes is the perfect setting on this scan. That's what I've been testing it on for the last 3 weeks. But I could only test it a couple days a week. I had other things I had to take care of. Wasn't real confident on putting it out there. But every time I looked at it, it was working good. So I released it yesterday. You're welcome, Johnny. Stefan. See you later, Alfredo. God bless. See you later, Elmore. Y'all have a blessed day. Be safe out there. See you later, Frank. Thank you, Stephen. Good morning, Shayo. So the SPY had a bounce off of about 437. Now down to 437.54 and dropping again. So when we finally get quiet here, what you're going to wait on is these bullish signals to pop in and the stocks start climbing up the ladder. That's going to be your winners. No spike, no play. Unless you're playing a pullback. See you later, Dusty. God bless. See you later, John F. Oh, you're not leaving? Thank you, John F. Thank you, Jerry. Love you too, bro. I love everybody. I'm a people person. You're all my brothers and sisters. Up at the top of the list, we have a bullish signal on SLGC. Looks like it's already ran its course, though. Or is it telling us there's more to come? Let's find out. You're welcome, Francisco. The blessings just keep on coming. Pretty solid stocks, too. They're not really just bang, there's a big red candle. Haven't seen that yet. I've seen some trickle downs. Misty, we do it here on the pullbacks. I'm plotting support. This would be a support level. This would be resistance. We wait for the stock to pull back to support. And we pull the trigger when it rises. When you get another green candle off of support, we usually pull the trigger. So the triggers are going to be these support and resistance levels. We don't chase the green candle. When it turns around and reverses, that's when we mark the resistance line. We wait for it to pull back and mark the lower level, and then we wait for green candles to play it back up to this resistance level, and sometimes they break through. You have to be here every morning to watch me do it. I do it over and over again. It's easier to understand it during pre-market when things are a little bit slower. But we find our stocks here, and we watch for pullbacks. Thank you, Flo. Greatly appreciated. Helps me keep the flow going here. Pretty quiet now. And I'd almost say we spotted every stock that was going up this morning. Yeah, you can get $2 out of Mara. I'm waiting on that $7 pullback. We may get 4 or 5 out of it. I'll be really hitting it hard when it's down in that area. Easy to make $10,000 when you can catch it down at 7. Then buy 3,000 or 4,000 shares, ride it up. My question is, how will it perform on Friday? That's the biggest question. Is it still going to do this on a Friday? Guess that will be the ultimate test. So the SPY has the biggest red candle since market open. Now down at 436.54 and falling. Like they're trying to sink the battleship today. So with the market falling that hard, and we still have stocks listed on a rise, they're not affected, it looks like. Some of them are kind of laying flat now from the initial run up. So we'll be waiting on seeing percentages rising. If you see these numbers rising, they're going to go up. If you see it crawling up to the top, they're going to go up. Thank you, Fire Medic Dave. Have a blessed day. So I'm seeing that you'll be able to play this scan all day. It should stay on top of all of them since we're looking 50 minutes back. It should be even picking up the slow crawlers is what I'm seeing here. Even the ones that spike are popping up. We could just get volume back into the market. This may be a winner bigger than we think it is. Stop this market from dying at 9 o'clock. So if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. Make YouTube buy me a cup of coffee for tomorrow. It's greatly appreciated. That little bit of effort helps me out. AMC moving up. And this thing may take away my job. I may have to just tell you, go watch the scan. Go for it. I agree. It's all about price action and volume, buyers and sellers. Our list gets longer and shorter. That tells me it's really monitoring them pretty tight. At one point, we were way down here on the list. It's getting a little shorter. So these are the ones that are moving right here. All of these green ones, it's watching them for you. These are the movers. See you later, Broke Joe. Have a blessed day. Nice numbers on this one. Popping up, moving up the list a little. Got to keep an eye down here. That's where I spotted it. I was watching these percentages really growing. Not enough volume in this one, though. Let's keep an eye on number one up here and see what's happening. HNST, does that stand for hindsight? We are looking 50 minutes back. Let's see if that's a pullback right there on HNST. I can almost watch it without drawing the lines, but I'll do it for you. Melanie, you got to join our Discord. It's free of charge. I'll get you the link. I thought you were already there. Come communicate with us. You'll find them over in TOS Scans. There's many channels there to help you out, many people to help you out. Kind of looks like the SPY is starting to affect the stocks. Let's check the next one. They all pulling back a little bit. No big drops. That's what I'm liking. Got to check them all, even when they're lower. Look how low this one is, and look what we got here. You are welcome. Melanie, make sure you accept the disclaimer once you join, or you won't see any channels. Got to watch playing them tops. If you are already in and it ran up, the next play would be a pullback. But depending on how high it ran up, it may not be a true pullback. Try to catch the pullbacks as low as you can on the run up. Try to get the first one or the second one, not the third or the fourth. That's what's dangerous about scans like this, is picking the ones up that are already at a high or near a high. So it's very important to wait on a pullback for a continuation. Pretty good size drop on the SPY. Down there in that 40 436 level, 436.62. I'm around 430.38 something. 438.72 down to 436.61. If you haven't joined our YouTube channel, that's where I release all new indicators and scans and a few lessons every now and then. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help me out a little bit with bringing this to you for free. I could use the views, the traffic, etc. If you haven't joined our Discord, there's a link in almost every YouTube video in the description to join our Discord. That's free as well. We'd love to have you on board with us. Sit here and have coffee with us every morning or lunch or dinner, whatever your time zone may be. Make a few bucks when it happens. We haven't missed a stock in quite a few months by playing pullbacks. And by watching stocks to fire up under this Momo and volume spike is like a dream come true. If you haven't liked this stream, please hit the like button for me. Every little click helps. Go for it. I don't have a link to TD Ameritrade. They've been doing the merger thing. I know I probably brought them a few hundred clients since I started this. Should they pay me? Well, I'll take it, but I don't even know if they offer an incentive for that. I may inquire about it later once this merger thing is over with, this migration period. Pretty sure I converted a lot of people over to ThinkorSwim from the other platforms. Thank you, Stephen. I'll look for that referral code. That may be another avenue for a few dollars. The list is getting shorter. That means we're waiting on bullish spikes. HNST recovering from that slight pullback. Yes, you have to accept a disclaimer. And once you do, the channels should pop in. Let me take a look and see. Wonder if I should go to Schwab or to TD Ameritrade. Thank you, JC. Is very much appreciated. Wow, the platform is already down. So I was able to log in to TD Ameritrade. I have no idea where to find a referral code, though. You're welcome. Go for it. Welcome home is what I like to say. Go for it. Go ahead and sign up for your account. I can't find a referral code, and I'm trying to do too many things already this morning. I'll catch up later. I'm sure in the long run it'll pay off. Sonia, are you playing pullbacks or are you chasing green candles? Big green candle on BILL. Looks like it went right up into a halt. They must have had good news come out. Sonia, I suggest stick to pullbacks because chasing green candles will take your money away from you. Perfect the pullback. That's my method. Stick with it. Don't change from it. You just get better and better and better at it if you just stick with it. Thank you, Walter. You have a blessed day. I appreciate you joining us this morning. Roth, you'll find it over in TOS Scripts on Discord. It's called Arval. Misty, I say don't get caught in one of them because they can gap down just as fast as they gapped up. I always apply, excuse me, I always apply a 10% rule. Whatever the price is times 10%, try to be out at 9%. Never fun in a halt. You don't know which way it's going to open back up. See you later, James, if I didn't tell you. You are welcome. So it gapped up after that halt. There are some profit takers there after the gap up. It may run up again into another halt. So there's no way to judge it right now. You don't know which direction it's going to go. You can't apply support and resistance to it. Just have to watch volume and buyers coming in. You can see the bullish here is the buyers. Both of these are bullish. If you're watching level 2, you can watch the orders going through on the bid side and the ask side. If the ask outnumbers the bid size, it's going to fall. Richard, that doesn't surprise me none. I think right now, if you breathe the right way on a stock, it's going to move. People are desperate for something to buy. I'll take a look at INBS, but I don't predict stocks if they're not in these lists. So I would wait on a pullback here. It's pulling back already. It needs to pull back at least half of this candle, and it appears it's already done that. That candle really needs to close before I mark that line, but I already marked it. But that may be the level. That's normally the level they pull back to. So it may go from 54 to 59. Not real money there. I mean, 4 cents. Do you want to battle that battle? I wouldn't. It is coming down below that level. So I marked it a little quick. I'm supposed to wait on that candle to close and then mark it. And then the pullback may go up from there. That's my fault. So you may get a nickel out of it if you're lucky. I don't buy these cheaper stocks. I'm strictly going on the strategy that we use as a pullback. Ron, that presents a problem. Which scan do we watch now? All of them? They're all good, really. I think this one's going to be the best. I think High Flyers is definitely up there in the top. Well, I'll let you watch that one. I have no faith in it. It could still make it up to that higher level, and Bill is pulling back. So I'm way past my time here. I appreciate everyone that joined this morning and watched. As we launch this new scan, it looks like it's going to outperform for us. Thanks to everyone who joined us this morning. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, please do. Join our Discord and come out and meet all the new traders and all of the ones that's been there since the beginning. Quite a few of us are sharing information. We offer support. There's some stock picks posted, some options traders. You can't lose. There's a bunch of indicators for you to use and try. Or you can just load the current setup, which is the newest. I appreciate everyone that joined this morning. I'm bailing out of here, and God bless. See you later.